Hello and welcome back to the r/OverwatchSwitch Community Summer Skirmish. I'm one of your hosts, Kirby. Joining me today is Homeboy. And, well, this is a continuation of last week's finals, which was cut off on map 1, which was Lijiang Tower, which Hybris won. So we move on to King's Row, the current score, 1-0 to Hybris. And before we start, we'd like to take a second and thank Spark Hosted for sponsoring this weekend's tournament. Spark Hosted is a web hosting and design company who focuses on providing business-class web hosting to the everyday user. Along with sponsoring this weekend's tournament, they are also offering all viewers their first month of hosting for free when you use the code OWTO619. Thank you once again for them hosting. It's been an amazing tournament, and hopefully these finals deliver as well. Now then, Homeboy, what maps will we be playing on today?
After we finish King's Row, Kirby, we'll be moving on to Hanamura, then Rialto, then we'll finish off on Oasis if we get to it.
Well, that does sound delightful. Hopefully we can go all 5 maps. And now then, obviously, Hybris versus Clown9. Not really any need to introduce the players. We've been seeing them for the entire tournament. This is the big one. And if I'm not incorrect, we're ready to move into the finals. Let's do this. Should be an amazing game. Both teams very, very strong. Hybris obviously coming out on top last map, and they'll be hoping to do it again on this one.
Who do you think would win this, Kirby? Honestly.
Personally, I believe Hybris, sometimes the stronger team. Cloud9, sometimes the stronger team. It's a full 50-50. Depends how the teams play on the day. And
I agree
it
with
could
that.
realistically go either way. But in all honesty, I think Hybris may just be able to pull this map out of the bag. They're very comfortable on King's Row, as we've seen, and it's a map they've practiced a lot more than all other maps. So very strong looking on this one. Plus, they have the server advantage being on EU. So
yeah,
obviously Sigma Goats coming out here from Hybris.
Yeah,
and
Clown9 really is the underdogs in this situation.
Yeah, Hybris obviously tipped to win it. They're the 2-time tournament champions, as we keep on being reminded, and they'll obviously be looking to make this 3. Fair play to them if they do. So you can only hope, really. Obviously, we see both teams limbering up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Game kicking off. Hybris, well, Clown9 will play far back on the high ground, looking to control the space against Hybris. Hybris just moving straight through the hotel, coming down onto that point. Sling almost drops there, and Weiwei will drop first. Very aggressive there. And Bean straight onto Greg in the backlines. Will he be able to get him? No. Bean loses mech, but because the entire team is distracted, Weiwei able to find Burns, and although Matt does get Bean, that's going to be a cleanup there for Clown9. They're going to take that first fight. They're going to take that ult charge, and Weiwei already 70. Oh, Eris as well already 70 to his ult, and that's very large.
Yeah, Cloud9 seems to have a much better ult economy in this situation.
Yeah, they're going straight back to that high ground. Obviously, Hybris just edging onto point. They just want to get that first crucial pick. But Weiwei and Eris both looking for those ults. Weiwei almost at his. Eris does fall low, but he's almost got his ult as well. Hybris move on to that point. There's the grab from Eris. Comes out very quickly. And a big shatter there from Weiwei into the grab. Gets 5 of them. And Greg also cleaned up. That's a team kill for Clown9. And that's a very, very good hold so far. 2.5 minutes left for Hybris, and they haven't got an ult online yet. Whereas Cloud9 have built 3 in total now. The Rally and Grav and Shatter. Obviously, Cloud9 taking this high ground on the defense. Very smart, and although Hybris are going to keep on rotating down, Weiwei drops first, and charge baited straight out there from Burnt. Oh, nice pin there from Weiwei. Although Burnt does get a very large shatter. Flux and Graviton Surge comes out. There's the bomb from Bean. Will it find anybody? Gets Navid. That's a huge D.Va bomb, and Sam will get burned. This is a very good cleanup here for Cloud9. They continue to just not let Hybris even... Hybris using 4 ults that fight, not able to find a single pick. I think the big mistake there from Hybris was they Gravitic Fluxed and Grafted at the same time, and the 2 ults just cancel each other out.
Yeah, and they let Navid get picked way too early. Navid had the sound barrier to counter everything, but...
Yeah, no bubble able to reach Navid. Instead hits the Brig, who has her shield anyway, and Weiwei is going to have this shatter again. Eris also with a grab again. This is big ults here for Clown9, and there's the grab. Although, of course, Beat comes out. Now Fumi gets Cosmo before the Transcendence and blocked there from Matt. That's a good shatter block. Will Hybris be able to carry on this momentum? And now Fumi does go down. Bean, however, does find Matt, and those are the picks that Cloud9 need to re-flip this fight. And 48 seconds left for Hybris, and 2 ults online here for Cloud9, although Sling does fall to Alpha. That's a very, very good pick, and Alpha's going to get the first regroup, and there's no Transcendence here for Sling, and that's very, 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 very big. Obviously, Cloud9 now going to play a bit further back as they wait for both Lucio and Zenyatta to come back. They're playing with only 1 support. Lucio does get back, and Shatter blocked there by Weiwei. That's a big block. Zenyatta is back for the grab, and there's the Trans to save it. Gravitic Flux used as well, but will it find any use? Just gets a bit of health down there, and Hybris looking for this pick. Beat comes out there from Naofumi, and Cloud9 are just going to be able to walk forward. Eris nearing that grab, and although Beam does lose mech first, that could be very large for Hybris. There's the grab there from Eris. That is absolutely massive, and Weiwei is just going to slam in. That's a 3k straight away. Shatter built very, very quickly there through the grab, and Transcendence will just go out to keep Navid alive, but it's not going to be enough. And, well, Cloud9 are just going to finish up cleaning up Hybris, and that's a full hold, homeboy. Not
That's
a tick.
It's a very different story from what we saw last time, Kirby.
Yeah, Hybris.
Not able to break through.
Yeah, that's a very, very strong defense there. Apologies for the dead air there. That was a very, very good first round. Strong play from both teams.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kirby.
Yeah.
I feel Cloud9 has the potential to take this map, honestly.
Well, either way, they can't lose this map anymore, so...
That's very true.
We will, I mean, definitely see at least 4 maps coming out now, as it is obviously first to 3. Or, I guess if there are multiple draws throughout the series on 2CP as well, it would be first to 2. Which would be an interesting finals to say the least. And I think the Sigma Goats maybe not as strong as it once was. I think Cloud9 look to have found a way around it. Hybris just looking a bit rusty. Maybe just getting back into the feel of it. They've not played Goats for a week. So, obviously, both teams would have been smart to do Goat scrims during the week. We don't know if either team did. Well, I know Cloud9 did, but beside the point, they're going straight through that hotel. Will they be able to find anybody? Oh, Burnt caught out of position there, but Weiwei does go down first, and that's a big pick from Hybris. They can now just go straight in and get that first hold. Bean loses his mech, and Sam also going to fall. That's a good hold there from Hybris. They start to build them ults, but that's only 1 push. There goes about a minute on the clock for Cloud9, but that's to be expected. First push taking a while, and really just all they need is 1 pick to snowball this into a point capture, and Eris close to that grab on 60% already, same as Alpha. They'll be looking to get that first pick, but Alpha does get Naofumi first, and that's a very, very large pick. A lot of healing gone there for Cloud9. And there goes Sam as well. heals go down, and that will be a hold for Hybris for that fight. Obviously, Cloud9 just need to do something to cap this.
I think what their strategy that they're opting for in this situation is just build up as much ult charge as they can, then all use their ults.
Yeah, they're just looking to build them ults. There's the grab early there from Eris. Isn't able to find anybody. Hybris almost grabbed the point there. Nice block there from Weiwei. Burnt, wasting that shot, but now Fumi does get caught by a Wayward Fire Strike. There goes the Gravitic Flux, and all the ults coming out here from Hybris. And that will be another hold, albeit they do use 4 ults. They have 2 coming online, but will it be enough? Because we know the bomb from Beam could absolutely change the entire match. Diva Bomb, such a hard ult to counter. If shield goes down, then we could be looking at a shatter bomb here from Weiwei and Bean. Rally comes out early, they're clearly going for the hard push here. Bean looking to toss in the Diva Bomb. There's the Diva Bomb going in. Weiwei doesn't find it. Bomb finds Burnt and Navit. No beat drop, and Matt gets pinned. Grav comes out there from Eris, but it's more zoning than anything. However, it does pick up Alpha. Greg, the only one left on point, and that is it. Cloud9 will take map 2 to tie up the series 1-1.
That was incredible. Honestly. Like I said, they just all had to get their ults and hit X. Easy push through, you know?
That was a very, very solid first round from Clown9. They get the full hold, and then they just play patiently, they build up them ults, and they
win.
Yeah, that's it, I guess. They win.
They just win.
Yeah, obviously, back to NA servers for this map. And obviously, I would say Cloud9 coming into this with the upper hand now. They really do have the advantage. Going into the NA servers, both teams are going to switch sides, of course, as we do. And, well, we'll take a little break and be right back with you in a second. Welcome back to map 3 of the grand finals of the OWSwitch Community Summer Skirmish. Obviously, Cloud9 versus Hybris, currently 1-1. Cloud9 decisively winning map 2. And for map 3, we'll move into Hanamura. Last map, obviously, Hybris practicing a lot on Hanamura. They're one of their most played match. Alright, so we move into Hanamura, onto NA servers. Obviously, much more practice map here for Cloud9. Hybris practicing a lot more on King's Row. So, maps favoring different teams, and interesting to see whether Hybris decide to stick with the Sigma Goats. Obviously, Matt being a very good Sigma player, but Alpha able to play either the Zarya or the Diva, and Matt also being a very good Zarya does allow them to, nope, Sigma Goats coming out here from Hybris on the defense. Is this a Dive Goats coming out here from Cloud9, or am I seeing things, and will they be switching last second?
Yeah, they do like the monkey.
They do like the monkey in spawn, unsure of the monkey on field, and whether they... I mean, it's gonna be good if they actually run this.
Yeah, you'll have unprotected healers and not enough shields.
Yeah, but, I mean, that does seem to be Cloud9's favorite way of playing. Who cares about the healers? Let's just walk into them, and nope, Diva Goat, standard Goats, obviously, coming straight out here. Cloud9 going to go right side, looking for that early speed boost straight down onto Hybris, and obviously 2 CP, all they need is that 1 pick, and they can snowball this straight in. They're just gonna brawl straight in. Now Fumi goes deep, he's in the back lines, he's possibly in a bad position, but Burnt falls incredibly low. Greg does get now Fumi, who's a little bit too far up there, and Cloud9 just going to have to back off. Burnt goes in. Alpha does get Weiwei, and Bean's mech goes incredibly low. He's going to lose that, and that's a hold there for Hybris.
Yeah, they aren't killing Bean. They're staggering him.
Yeah, nice stagger onto Bean. He's obviously not going to be able to come back, and now Fumi.
Oh,
Goes straight into Hybris's backlines, maybe looking for a boop. No, goes in there. He's trying to escape. He does make it out in the end. There we go. Hybris getting the Transcendence and all, well, nearing 5 ults, honestly. Only ult nowhere near online is the Sigma ult, and although Eris pulls out the grab early there, Transcendence does come out, but the pin comes out there onto Burnt, and that's going to be some ult charge. The Shatter comes out there from, that looks to be Hybris as well as the grab, and Alpha falls to Eris. That's a wasted grab from Alpha. The big ult there comes out from Matt, and he's able to find Eris. Neither team with a Zarya anymore, and Weiwei charges straight in. Diva Bomb comes out from Bean, and that's just gonna force Hybris back a little bit. Weiwei falls too low, and Greg gets him, and Hybris taking back control of this fight now. Greg charges straight into the backlines, brings Sam with him, and he's off the map. That's a big turnaround there for Clown9, although now Fumi, too deep, gets killed by Greg once again, and they're just gonna regroup. Eris and Weiwei on their way back now. It's a 5v5. Will Clown9 push this? Obviously, Navid with the beat drop. He's going to go. And Hybris just looking to back off for a second, wait for their 6th player. They do let Clown9 get the tick. They let Clown9 get the 2nd tick. They let Clown9 almost get the 3rd. Thought they'd let Clown9 get the 3rd tick then, and I was very, very concerned. Trans comes out early from Greg, and, well, no one falling so far. Big slam there from Burnt, and there's the Trans to continue just healing up his team there from Sling, sorry. Rally comes out as well, and the C9 from Hybris!
They got grabbed off point.
The grab from Eris!
Yeah.
Off point! My god! A forced C9! And they're already on point B! They're already almost at a tick on point B. Will they actually be able to get it, or will they fall before? Bean has that Diva Bomb, flings it straight into the air. Will he be able to catch anybody? Doesn't find anybody, although Matt no longer with a shield. Grab big there from Alpha, and he will clean up the fight. Team kill for Hybris, and that was very nearly a snowball there from Clown9.
That was so close, that other part. They almost got a tick off.
So close. Must have been about 32% there, but brilliant defense there. Pardon me, brilliant defense there from Hybris, able to just stop the push in its tracks with the grab. Gravitic Flux also used on point A by Matt, and bomb used by Bean, and that was so 2 ults coming out in total. And well, obviously Clown9 just gonna push that high ground. Eris goes low, and Eris will die first away from his team as they move to point. Not the best. Burnt, he's gonna get stunned, and there goes Sam. Push over there for Clown9. They're just gonna now build some ult, get, well, killed pretty much. Bean, he's been staggered. Unfortunate.
He's able to jump off the map though.
Yeah, gets stunned off by Cosmo, and now Fumi, who currently 1v1ing Greg, he forces out the Trans. That's a very, very big ult. Wasted for Hybris. If Eris can build that grab very quickly, that's a pretty much free grab for him, because Beat not able to do too much against Graf. Weiwei just able to swing into it, get all that damage done. Hybris are playing that high ground, and Clown9 just going to charge straight through middle like usual. There comes the Sigma ult, and Beat will come out there from Clown9. There's the Trans from Clown9 as well, and big grab there from Clown9. God, I'm listing off the team names like a countdown, and Weiwei will fall first though, and that's another good hold from Hybris. They seem to have the stronger defense currently. Yeah, Sam does get Cosmo on the way out, but Hybris decidedly stronger defense so far. They do have Clown9 do have the Shatter Bomb combo, whereas Hybris only having the Grav and Shatter. So, well, Shatter almost. So we could be seeing a big Diva Bomb coming out here from Bean to change the tides. Clown9 just want to cap this with any time remaining, even in overtime, to try and maybe have to force out a multiple rounds. Hybris do end up capping, and Cloud9 just going straight to point again. Matt will drop early, and there's the early bomb. Oh, blocked there from Matt. He blocks both bomb and shatter, and Greg will get sling straight away, and that's another fight one for Hybris. They have 3 ults coming online now, almost 4, and Cloud9 with no ults online. It is looking like a Hybris hold here on second point, unless a big pick can come out from C9.
Yeah, I feel like their best pick right now would be on Greg or Cosmo, because they have the support ults that can completely ruin this.
Yeah, they just need to find one of these supports and try and snowball that into a one-team fight, and obviously not able to do that so far. Matt uses that early ult. Not able to find anybody, but Shatter comes out there from Burnt, and it's very big. Transcendence used by both teams to keep everybody alive, and Cloud9 still in this for now. Beam, but Weiwei will just die, melted by Greg and Burnt, and that's looking like a one fight here for Hybris. Cloud9 just being forced off point, and Burnt is able to clean up. Beat used there by Beat and Grab used there by Cloud9, and there's the beat coming out, the bomb coming out, doesn't find anybody, and it's just a stall here from C9. Will they be able to actually find a pick to maybe flip this? There goes the rally from Cosmo, and unless somebody can be found, there's the grab. Big from Alpha against both remaining tanks, and the shatter comes out from Burnt, just finishes off the fight. Hybris will hold on second point.
That was very close.
Yeah, very nice.
Every fight could have gone out of the way.
Yeah.
But they played it really well, and were able to come out on top.
Yep. Beautifully played from both teams. Good defense there from Hybris. A little bit weaker of an attack on second point there from Cloud9, but still looking strong. They could get the full hold here again, of course.
Right now, anything's within possibility.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Hybris did win this map in the winners finals against Cloud9. It was the one map they won, obviously 2-1 in favor of Cloud9, but they're looking very strong again, and they seem to be looking to take this map and make it a 2-1 overall to them. Neither team wanting to go down without a fight here. Obviously, we'll see. Sigma Goats comes out from Hybris. Nothing changed from either teams.
No comp changes during this whole finals.
No.
Or for the winners finals, too.
Yeah,
Not really.
Both teams have their comps that they like to stick with. So, very safe comps for both teams, and Cloud9 playing that high ground again. They seem to favor the high ground on these maps. They did it on King's Row, they'll do it here again. Just letting Hybris come through and dropping down on them. Hybris going straight to point, and there we go. Pin comes straight out there from Burnt, and he's not able to find anybody, although Burnt actually does get Weiwei, as Weiwei gets Matt, and this is currently either way, and Burnt gets now Fumi. That is a fight won straight away there for Hybris. A very quick fight. And, well, Hybris going to use this to just walk straight towards the next map. Not map, sorry, point. Excuse me. And, obviously, Homeboy just crashes there, so... not here to jump in, but that's fine. I'll just continue onwards. 6 minutes there for Hybris, and that's all they need is the tick here. They've got ults coming online. Burnt has that shatter. People look to use it. He gets Sling, but Beam does find Greg first, and Weiwei gets the pin onto Burnt, and obviously C9 getting these picks. Eris just able to clean it up, and that will be a good defense there from Clown9, Hybris still have 5.5 minutes to attack this though, so it's nowhere near over yet for them. Obviously, Hybris might just look to build 6 ults here and charge in using them all, which would be a very strong strategy as they only need this tick to win. They got 5 minutes to do so. Now Fumi, rather out of position here, could be picked off early, although he's not falling low. Burnt drops on to point. Well, Burnt is on point. The rest of Clown9 drops onto point. There's the bomb coming out there from Bean. Finds Alpha and Sling able to kill Burnt at the same time. And that's another one fight here for Clown9. They get the team kill. And 2 ults used here for C9, both Brigitte and Diva ults, whereas Hybris only using what looks to be Rally, and I think Shatter was used last fight, so obviously still being charged. Weiwei and Eris both having their tank ults here. The Graph could be a game changer if they're able to get through the Transcendence. Obviously, we're looking for that grab pretty early. There's the grab, straight onto Burnt. Trans comes out as well as the Sigma ult. It will find Sam, and then a big grab in return from Alpha, although Trans does counter this. Shatter blocked there from Weiwei, and he will get the counter Shatter. However, Beat comes out to save his team, and there goes Sling. Hybris just marching towards point. Now they're getting the picks. Will they be able to do this? Greg falls to Cosmo. Greg falls to now Fumi, and Cosmo pops that Trans. Weiwei just dueling whatever he can find, really, and Hybris slowly looking for point pressure here. Beam comes on point as the Sigma, as the ball trying to get a stall out here. Grab comes out there from Eris. That's a very, very large grab, and that may have just ended the Hybris push with the pick onto Navid. And yeah, Hybris will just fall, or the rest of Hybris will fall, as Clown9 get the hold. 3 minutes left for Hybris. They're obviously still within ability to cap this. They're nearing another 6 ults online, about 70% to all of them. And Alpha does get Eris very early. That's a huge pick. Hybris will want to roll straight in, and Bean starts to fall early. And although a nice boot there from now Fumi to knock them down, and Weiwei in position looking for a Shatter. There goes the early rally. Solo rally used there onto the brig, but solo Shatter, sorry, used on the brig, but it doesn't find anybody. Grav comes out there from Alpha, and Burn does get a big Shatter, but he boots off the high ground, and 3 kills there from Hybris. Make that 4. That looks like it will be a capped point from them. Sling, the only one left alive, and he's just going to get booted away. Weiwei does make it onto point, however, and the rest of C9 coming back. There's the beat from now Fumi. May they be able to retake this? Big Sigma ult. Weiwei will go on the high ground there. He's looking for the pin, gets the pin there onto Burn, although Burn does get bubbled, and Weiwei is going to fall incredibly low. Just trying to heal him back up now. He will fall, and Clown9 going to keep on going forwards. There's the beat there from Navid, and Clown9 just continuing to stall. They just need to get this pick, and they can maybe try and retake. Alpha and Burnt just cleaning up for C9. Bean, the only one left on point. He's trying to stagger. There goes Weiwei, charges straight in, but Burnt gets a big Shatter. Alpha falls, but that's it for Clown9. Hybris will take map 2 to make it 2-1 in their favor.
Play of the game.
Strong map there from Hybris. They get the very, very quick cap on point A, and they use sustain to just draw out and cap point 2. And obviously, it's not over. First to 3. Well, best of 5, I would say. And it's still anybody's game. Obviously, Hybris now only need 1 map to take this, but Clown9 can jump straight back in with a win on Rialto. And we will be right back with you on Rialto in a second. Welcome back to the fourth map of the r/OverwatchSwitch Community Summer Skirmish Grand Finals. Hybris versus Clown9. Currently, Hybris are leading 2-1 after taking a tense Hanamura set, and we'll move into Rialto. Obviously, Hybris can win it all here with the map win, and Clown9 wanting to take this to a final control map here. Draw it out for as long as possible. Been a very good series so far. See, yeah, Clown9 will start on the defensive here. We're back on EU servers, so this time Hybris having the advantage. They do take last map on NA servers, and they'll hope to press this ping advantage onto Clown9.
Yeah, this is one of Hybris' most practiced maps, I believe.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Highly practiced by them, yeah.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, I feel like they may have the advantage here, but
Yeah, they're looking like they're opting to run a Rhine Sigma Sombra. Interesting if they don't, you know, they do switch to the Zarya, but could be interesting if they did decide to run that.
it would make for a much more interesting thing than Sigma goats.
Yeah, relatively
Or just
dull
goats.
indeed. Goats in general, relatively dull. But it's been an exciting matchup so far.
Yeah,
Yeah. Could
one
go
thing this
either-
meta.
Yeah, but been very tight. 50-50 back and forth between both teams. And you see, obviously, Clown9, they're taking that high ground in the building, maybe looking to speed boost out of there onto Hybris. And Hybris just looking, trying to see where they are, and they don't see. They don't see. Peeking out right now, and now Fumi, the first one to drop down, and he looks for that early boop, and Wei will fall low, but Burn's gonna fall even lower. Now Fumi gets the boop there onto Cosmo. That's a very, very big pick there for Clown9, and being able to pick off Greg, and Clown9 now just gonna press this numbers advantage. They don't want to get booped off the bridge, but Navid falls, and they can maybe just pressure Hybris a little bit more. Obviously, ult charge, very good for both teams, seeing as there was the obvious, very scrappy fight, and Wei does fall off that high ground though. Now Fumi also dropping down as Hybris rotate behind Clown9, although spotted before they are able to get a full flank on. Now Clown9 the ones attacking, Hybris the ones defending. Sides rotated, and Burnt is gonna go low. Will Clown9 be able to get him? Alpha does find Sam first though, and Burnt still going extremely low. And Sling gets booped off there from Navid, and but Wei finds two. Will he flip this with the advantage? Eris pops the grab, able to get anybody with it. He does get Matt in there, but will Matt be falling low enough? Is solo shatter used there onto Eris? Fully bullied. now
Fumi.
he's not letting Hybris push that for a few seconds, and 2 minutes 20 in the time bank left before Hybris can even start pushing that payload. They do have 5 ults coming online here, but Clown9 also nearing 5 ults online. So we could see a very, drawn out team fight here in a second. Rally popped by both teams early for the engage, and Shatter blocked there by Burnt. There's the stun coming out. Both teams use beat as well. Here's the deep bomb from Bean. Finds Navid. That's a very good pick. Trans used by Sling, as well as both grabs from Hybris. Although Navid is dead, so that is a crucial spot gun. But Greg does find now Fumi. Neither team with a Lucio now. Hybris clearly with the advantage as Navid starts to come back. Will Trans forced out there from Greg, and big Shatter gets Bean. Bean will lose mech, and Burnt goes low, but Wei will fall. Neither team with a Reinhardt anymore, and Eris caught out of position as Cosmo's just able to swing, and point being contested there by now Fumi. He just doesn't want Hybris to be pushing this, and he's going to escape last second. He'll be looking for a contest so his team can re-engage. Wei with a shatter, Eris with a grab. They will be looking to get a recontest. Wei uses that shatter, gets 4. That's a very big shatter. Then the grab used as well from Clown9, and Alpha and Mac both die. The numbers advantage here for Clown9. They're gonna just keep swinging. Wei with a 3k. And Bean will be demeched. Go for the suicide, just getting that reset. And Hybris nearing Rally, nearing Grav, and Clown9 only having Rally and Trans alive, but Trans very big ult will negate the Graviton Surge when it comes out from Alpha. Obviously, Trans comes in there from both teams right at the start as they engage, get that armor up as quickly as possible. Now Fumi chilling in Hybris' backline, maybe looking for a pick. He's gonna get picked very early though, that's very aggressive from him. And Trans comes out there from Clown9 to just keep his team alive, and Bean will lose his mech though. Shatter blocked by Burnt, and Weiwei's gonna go low. He falls, and that looks like it may be a one-team fight there from Hybris. Yeah, it is. Now Fumi, the early pick off onto him, proving crucial for Hybris, and they're gonna cap the point in overtime. 2.5 minutes left for them to just push this now, and Clown9 is just gonna either jump off or die. Look, see, a bit too aggressive there from now Fumi, I think. Just a bit. In Hybris' backlines, too much maybe. Let's see, Clown9 taking that high ground position once again, waiting to speed boost, probably onto payload and just catch off the Zenyatta. Maybe kill him before he can use that grab. There's the big grab there from Hybris. Obviously, they use Beat. They still have Transcendence. Beat comes out there from Clown9 as well, and Matt's going to start to follow. Shatter, gets 2. Here comes the Diva Bomb from Bean. Will it find a read? No, too high to find a read, although now Fumi does get the boop off onto Cosmo. And Weiwei will charge straight in. Alpha gets Bean's mech, and that's a big, big grab. Trans comes out, but it's too late to save Weiwei. And neither team with a Reinhardt anymore, and C9 are just going to press that Trans and finish off Hybris. Eris will get a 3k in the process, and they go to spawn. Will they find Cosmo? Will they get this stagger? No, unable to. Cosmo just getting back into spawn in time, and Eris and Weiwei both at their ults now. Matt, the only one, or Matt and Burnt at ults here for Hybris. Early gravity flux, and that's very, very big. Weiwei uses Shatter, but gets nobody. Burnt uses Shatter, doesn't get anybody, but Bean gets booped off, and that's a huge boop from Hybris. They're now gonna rush straight onto the straggling C9 members. But Eris, he's not gonna give up. He's gonna press this. He's got the grab. And Hybris don't have any ults currently to counter a Graviton Surge, so this is a free grab for Eris if he uses this early and doesn't get eaten by the Sigma. Big grab from Clown9. They're just going to be able to kill everybody. Diva Micro Missiles just making mincemeat out of Hybris, and that's a team kill for Clown9. A fat finger, it looks there, on the rally from... Oh, they don't need it. Hybris just going to be able to touch it on ball, but Alpha's going to die almost instantly, and the rest of Hybris aren't going to make that. It doesn't look like. No, Lucio makes it. Oh, ooh, almost from C9.
Almost lived up to their name.
Sling catches Navid before he can hit that beat and just keep himself alive for a bit longer, and Weiwei will use the Shatter to no avail, and that's a hold for Clown9. Second point, right at the tip. All Clown9 need is a bit of momentum to push this all the way to the end. Yeah, Homeboy yawning, that's what he thinks of goats.
It is what I think of goats. It's just the same thing over and over again.
But you've got to admit, it's been a great competition so far.
It has. Not as much as the last one where I almost fell asleep.
No matter what. Very well played from both teams so far. Coordination shown at the highest level, other than a few mistakes occasionally, but that's to be expected. Teams haven't had years to prepare and synergize. Like, a lot of players only been playing together for weeks, if not days, before the tournament. So, very nicely played from both sides to show this level of coordination at this stage. See, no, ooh. Bean swapping to a Sombra, maybe? Have we actually seen a comp switch? No way.
No.
Hybris.
Oh, he's on the Wrecking Ball now?
Hybris sneaking up to the door. They're looking for a rush.
Sneaky, sneaky.
They're looking for that rush.
Look at them all in a corner. They're all crouched in a corner.
Cloud9 gonna be split away, and Bean does stick with the Sombra. And Cloud9 gonna be split up as Hybris drops straight on, and Sam dies instantly to Greg. That's a very nice opening pick, and Bean will just jump off the map. Interesting decision from Bean. Maybe he's looking for a character switch. No, he just falls off the map. And
I think he was trying to translocate.
Yeah, Hybris gonna do what Cloud9 did and hold them in spawn. Although Cloud9 gonna play a lot more aggressive and go front line instead of looking for a flank. Burnt does get hacked, although Bean will die to Matt. Burnt falls low. Eris manages to get him, and now Hybris having to fall back. They don't have that Reinhardt, so way charges straight in there. That's sloppy from him, and he falls very quickly, charging in on low health, and he's leaving Cloud9. I mean, he will get a fast respawn, faster than Greg, faster than Burnt, sorry, but Cloud9 possibly losing valuable time. But there's a big grab though from Eris, and that's now Fumi does die to Navid, but Sling gets Matt, and will that be enough here for Cloud9 to win this? They're getting pressured there from Hybris. No, Hybris. Trans comes out way too late for Cloud9, and that's a good hold for Hybris. Very good hold indeed from Hybris. They're going to continue pressing the advantage at the spawn door. No ults online here yet for C9, as they just wait for their entire team to respawn. Gonna take that high ground door, look for where Hybris are. Hybris hiding in the room that C9 were using for their own strategy, and Hybris just gonna drop straight onto them. There's a big slam there from Burnt, comboed into the Gravitic Flux, and will it be able to find anybody? No, gets Sling low, but doesn't find anybody. Beat comes out there from Navid, and Sling does get beat off by Burnt on the Reinhardt. And Eris does get Burnt, however, and Weiwei will get Navid. And C9 can now just start to push this. They will get valuable time, and they're gonna push it past the first corner, past 49 meters. Big landmark on the map. If you get it past here, second point is a lot closer to your reach, especially with the ults that C9 have online. They have this grab, they have this bomb, they have the shatter as well. They also have rally. Like, they're looking for a very nice grab. Comes out there. There's the big bomb from Bean. Finds Navid and Bean from Burnt, and Burnt, sorry, Bean is obviously the diva player for C9, but Trans used there by Greg, and possibly a wasted ult, as it's not really going to contribute much due to the team dying from the diva bomb, and Hybris just going to stall this out. But second point taken there by C9, and they've got 3 minutes now to push this all the way through, and they've got ults. They're looking in a good position here. If they can win one team fight well, it might be all they need if they can push it to this underpass before Hybris are able to regroup fully. But not Hybris are there. They're just gonna camp out C9. They do get into the overpass, C9 do. And if they can get an early shatter here and get these picks, Alpha does have the grab. So he'll be looking for a big one here. There's the grab from Alpha. Trans comes out to fully negate this, however. And there's the shatter for Burnt. Blocked by Eris, but he still manages to get two. Burnt falls to Weiwei, but Sam falls to Matt. One team missing a Ryan, the other team missing a Brigitte. There is the Sigma ult from Matt, and he will use that to pick off both Bean's mech and Weiwei, and that is a hold there for Hybris. Although C9, they do have Grav and Bomb again online now, so maybe looking for a big combo. Obviously, Transcendent and Rally and Beat online here for Hybris, so they will be able to defend against a Grav pretty well. But what can they do with a Diva Bomb? Grav will be used early here, hopefully by Eris. We'll be looking to get that quick pick. There's the grab from Bean. Finds three! Beautiful pins from Weiwei to get rid of Burnt's shield, and that's the momentum that Clown9 need. They're going to start pushing this. They don't have any ults online, but obviously they're going to have 3 on payload. They're just pushing this as quickly as possible. 15 meters is all they need now, and if they can get this first pick onto Hybris, everything will look so much easier. They're 1 meter away. Big grab though from Hybris, but Trans comes out there from Sling. Will Hybris be able to push this and get the pick they need? Big slam from Weiwei. He gets multiple. Hybris C9 it. That's. We go to map 5 as C9 take it.
Play of the game.
That
Oh
is
my gosh.
Eris getting his, what's that, 3rd play of the game in a row? Correct me if I'm wrong with that production. But I think he's got to play the game every round so far. His grabs proving absolutely clutch here for C9. And we'll move into the final map. Hello, welcome back to map 5 of the grand finals of the OWSwitch Community Summer Skirmish. It's the final map. It's 2-2. The winner of this map will win the GOATS tournament. And, well, it's been an intense one so far, hasn't it, homeboy?
It has. All comes down to this.
All comes down to this. Oasis, a beautiful sand-strewn desert region. Perfect.
At least it's not 2 CP.
At least it's not 2 CP, homeboy. Perfect for a scrap in the desert heat. So, obviously, May being pretty good on these maps, so interesting to see whether either of these teams utilize a May goats.
Snotes?
Yeah, Snotes indeed. I love that name. It's probably the best name. It's been an amazing series so far. 2-2, really close, and this is just a perfect way to end it. A nice little brawl on a control map. And we'll see the same comps coming out from both teams. Sigma Goats from Hybris, Diva Goats from Clown9.
No Snotes. Sad.
No Soats. Very sad. And unless we see a switch from Bean, the resident flex player for C9. Nope, doesn't look like we'll be seeing one of them. He's just punching a few monitors, you know, as you do. And it'll really be which team is able to get the point presence first on this map, because controlling the pit is very large. And a big pin there from Burn, just charging straight there, close to point. And Clown9 opting to go for the high ground. They really like this high ground on every map they've played so far. They enjoy just jumping onto Hybris' heads. But Hybris will have a very stable position with this double shield. They're not gonna oh, and there's the speed boost straight onto Greg, and that's a beautiful play there. Weiwei pins Birdswell. That's a great speed boost there from C9 straight onto Greg. Really well played to catch out the most vulnerable aspect of the GOATS comp, and C9 just able to clean up the final 2 members of Hybris. And honestly, homeboy, I think that's the best play we've seen so far.
I would agree.
I mean, it's not often we see we've seen the speed boost get utilized in such a dangerous manner, but speed boosting the Diva straight on to the Zenyatta is a very, very strong strategy, and they're going to speed boost straight in again. Obviously, nobody falling low, and Burn's going to charge straight in. Weiwei charges across that choke. He's looking to find somebody. Rally comes out there from Sam just for Clown9 to continue this engage, and Bean will fall low and lose that mech. But Weiwei gets Greg, and there is the most vulnerable player again out for Hybris, and Eris will get macked. And this is just a cleanup now for C9. Very strong so far. They got 50%. It's only been 2 team fights so far, so clearly able to hold Hybris very far forward, and only 1 ult used so far by either team. All the ults coming down to now. We've got Transes, we got Grabs, we got Beats, we got everything coming online. And Eris will look for that early grab. He wants to force out that Transcendence as quickly as possible. Or will they? There's the grab straight away, and a nice shatter there from Weiwei to stop Greg from using that Transcendence early. And there's the beat from Naofumi. big slam, however, from Burnt. The rest of Hybris will fall. Not Clown9, sorry, will fall. And Trans comes out, but it doesn't save Weiwei's life. And now C9 are just, I mean, Eris left alive and Bean kind of getting farmed there. He has got this Diva Bomb though. Will he pop it? No. Eris goes down and so does Bean. And although 99% there for Cloud9 and they only need one push now to finish capping this, they're just going to back off and, well, I mean, look for this push. They have the Diva Bomb and that could be the very big game changer. If they can find somebody with this Diva Bomb, it's all over for Hybris, especially if the Lucio goes down and they lose beat. Although no ults are online to counter Alpha's Graviton Surge, so maybe they're hoping to pick off Alpha before he can pop this Grav. Interesting to see what will happen. Clown9 not pushing just yet. Burnt gonna walk forwards into them and Alpha looking for this Grav. Bean behind Hybris. Hybris are obviously wary of that Diva Bomb and he's gonna lose mech and not use the bomb. Not much point in wasting it. And Weiwei charges straight in and gets Burnt. Those are big picks. Greg and Burnt both falling. Grav does come out though, and Hybris able to clean that up with a very, very big Grav. No ults used there for C9, and they did force out both Beat and Grav from Hybris. So they are C9 going to be pushing in now with 4 ults. And all 3 tank ults online. This is a very large amount of damage, unless a big shatter and gravitic flux. Although Greg, obviously with that transcendence, they'll be hoping Greg doesn't get picked off first here. Diva Bomb online for Bean, biggest ult in hit. He can one-shot everybody here. He'll be looking for a good position, but Burnt picks off now Fumi first, and C9 is just going to have to pull back or risk getting staggered out here. Weiwei is going to be under immense pressure here. Not going to fall, but Sling now with his own transcendence, and now Fumi's back. Last team fight here for C9. They need to get something big here. Weiwei goes straight in. There's the Diva Bomb from Bean. Finds Alpha, and Greg falls as well. No transcendence out here for the Hybris. That's very, very big. And I mean, we're just going to lose this point now here to C9. They're going to have to try and stall this out long enough for Greg to come back with the Transcendence. Will he be able to make it? Nobody. Oh, and now it just touches point, and Burnt does get the shatter, but he's not able to touch. Cloud9 take point 1. Very tight. What a point there, homeboy.
I'm impressed. They were the underdogs, like I said at the beginning, and they're really pulled through. They're putting up such a good fight.
They are. This has been an absolutely immense series, and it just keeps on going longer and
longer and longer.
99 once
and
again.
longer and longer.
Also, apologies if my mic quality dropped halfway through that. My headset unplugged. So, sorry,
Poggers.
that was a bit iffy for part of that round. I've seen neither team switching it up. Both teams sticking with their preferred comps. Sigma Goats coming out here from Hybris and the Diva Goats from C9.
No snoats.
No snoats. Very sad for homeboy. He wants to see the Mei, even though, in my opinion, that's probably a more boring variant of Goats. C9,
My favorite variant, though.
C9 rushes to that high ground. Who would have guessed? C9 on the high ground. Impossible. Couldn't be me. And they're gonna dive Matt. Matt exposed by himself, and that's a very good dive there from C9. That's so good. The speed boost utilized to jump straight onto Matt by himself on the left. And oh boy, we've seen some really nice engages from C9 on this map.
I would agree. It's taking the advantage from the high ground. Like C9 not on the high ground is like a fish out of water.
Yeah, if C9 cannot control that high ground, they're unsure of what to do with themselves. And Hybris, they're going to find it tricky to attack this high ground now, as it's so hard to get up there. And Weiwei straight into C9's backline. The Goldfish is dead. You think you're safe, but no, Weiwei is in your backlines at all times, and Burnt and Weiwei both going off the map.
Making it his front line.
Yep, your backline is Weiwei's front line, and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, Hybris, it's up to 40% now for C9, so Hybris still quite a lot of time left. They don't have any ults coming online though, and C9 do have this grab. So an entire team fight could be ended here just with the grab. But so far C9 not needing to use any ults, however they may just use the grab to certainly get this fight win. And I've got to say, this is a very, very hard high ground to get to. It's just looking at how... Oh, Hybris almost getting that then. Big grab comes out there from Eris, and Weiwei just finds Alpha with the pin. Trans used there by Greg, possibly too late though, as one has already died for Hybris. Shatter from Weiwei gets 5. That's just a cleanup for C9, and it's already at 80%, and Hybris only have 2 ults online. I don't think Alpha's even built a grav yet. Been a... Yeah,
they let Matt enjoy the scenery, take a view.
And it's at 95%, and Hybris are just going to have to make one last attempt at touching this point. They've got Shatter. Bomb comes in from Bean. Will it find anybody? It gets 2! The bomb from Bean. The bomb from Bean. Well, does get a big Shatter, but not able to find anybody. That's a huge ult there from Matt, but it's cancelled out by the Transcendence. And the last members of Hybris just falling, and to overtime will tick down now. Nobody's there from Hybris to capture it. And C9,
And they've done it!
C9 are your Summer Skirmish champions.
Oh my gosh, they actually...
They pulled it off.
Against all odds.
Well, who's player of the match for you? Honestly, I'm gonna call Eris.
Okay. I would say I'm stuck between a few people.
Yeah? So
unironically, Weiwei again.
Oh, well, of course. Look at that. Look at those gyro controls.
And then Eris, like you said. And then I have the wild card of Sling.
I agree. Sling, absolutely. But Bean as well. Those
Sling,
it was everybody.
it was just
so good. Who do you think, homeboy? I'm gonna let you decide.
Sling.
You think Sling? Okay. Sling.
I felt like Sling
match
always had the trans when they needed it.
Zenyatta. There we have it. Clown9 are victorious in the finals 3-2. And with us, we have player of the match, Sling. Now then, Sling, how do you feel after that win?
Oh, I'm so hyped up right now. I won't lie, I went into this expecting not to... I don't know, I wasn't expecting anything really, but I haven't been playing well the past few days. I expected to not win, to be honest. But I'm really glad that we did it.
Yeah.
Those are close games.
Yeah, obviously the Transcendence is coming in clutch. You always seem to have it. And well, just congratulations, really. It was a brilliant set, and both teams played amazingly.
Yeah. Hybris did really good too. It really was anyone's game there. It's like
was a very, very tight one. We were saying whilst commentating, anybody could have won that 50-50 the entire game, and you guys just edge it last map. Obviously, you get the full hold on.
That was really good.
That's crucial.
I think Nafumi's calls really helped us play a lot better because
you guys bullied the enemy Zenyatta. On Oasis.
I would just like to say that was a Zen difference.
Zen difference?
Zen difference. Sorry, Greg.
Oh, Greg being called out here for the Zen difference. But obviously, what did you think of the Sigma Goats run by Hybris? Obviously not... We saw it quite a lot in tournament, but obviously as Goats isn't a thing.
They're good at it, but I don't know if it's as good. I don't know if it's as good.
I think Hybris played amazingly with the Sigma Goats. They were able to utilize it perfectly. The Gravitic Flux used to get a lot of damage in and win those team fights, but I think I said at the start of the tournament, not just this game, but when we first saw Sigma Goats play, I said I didn't think it was as strong as the Diva Goats variant, and it could be the team players. I think both teams played amazingly, and it could have gone either way. Or that if one pick may have been different on Rialto, it could have been a completely different game.
I did a better job of not throwing and dying this game. Like
you managed to keep Weiwei alive as he charged in as well.
He didn't do that much this time. He did a lot better.
Confirmed Sling was throwing the first map?
I was not.
Well, thank you for joining us, Sling.
Thank
Great
you for
run of the
having me.
tournament to you, and congratulations to winning. And after that captivating finals, we'd like to take a second to thank Spark Hosted for sponsoring this weekend's tournament. Spark Hosted is a web hosting and design company who focuses on providing business-class web hosting to the everyday user. Along with sponsoring this weekend's tournament, they are also offering all viewers their first month of hosting for free when you use the code OWTO619. Now, this tournament has been an absolute joy to both produce, I'm sure, for Clam, and cast for me and Homeboy. I hope all the teams participating had miles of fun, and it was amazing to watch. Thank you again to Spark for sponsoring the tournament, and we will hope to see you again in the next one.